helium floats into a bar, and the bartender says, "Get out! We don't serve noble gases here." The helium doesn't react. Do you get it? Because noble gases don't react, and it's a chemistry joke. Hey guys, welcome back to the Stimulus. I'm Steph, and here's what happened this week in STEM. Our first story of the week deals with everybody's favorite 8-tentacled, color-changing cephalopod with an inky disposition. If you can't remember what a cephalopod is, I'm talking about an octopus. Okay, octopus. A certain species of octopus is in the news this week because scientists have discovered an evolutionary change that may give them a leg or tentacle up on the competition. A new research paper out this week states that the California two-spot octopus can sense light and change color using only its skin with no input from the central nervous system. Basically, it can camouflage itself literally without even having to think about it. Researchers have discovered that an octopus's skin contains proteins called opsins. These opsins come from the same group of proteins as a lot of retinas do in the animal kingdom. These proteins team up with pigmentation structures in an octopus's skin known as chromatophores, which expand or contract, allowing the octopus to change color. To experiment with this, researchers directed a white light source onto a sample of chromatophores. When the light struck the chromatophores, they expanded, changing colors. When the light source was removed, the chromatophores relaxed. To take this one step further, researchers exposed the chromatophores to different wavelengths of light, or different colors, and found that blue light generated the quickest response time. While it cannot detect light as accurately as, say, an eye, an octopus's skin is capable of detecting a change in brightness and adjusts its color accordingly. Scientists suspect that this is an evolutionary change that's taken place over time to cut out the middleman being the central nervous system. This quickens the response time and enables an octopus to keep itself safe without even having to think about it. Moving from the deep blue sea to the wild blue yonder, the U.S. Air Force is trying to equip some of its fighter jets with 100 kilowatt laser weapons by 2022. To which my response is, this is only acceptable if they all make pew 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 noises. This isn't a new concept. The predecessor airborne laser program was intended to equip 747s with laser weaponry, but it was canceled back in 2011. The new effort, being headed up by the Air Force Research Laboratory, has simpler tech but is by no means simpler. There are plenty of engineering challenges that exist. What platforms can this be installed on? Well, not all of them. For example, this weapon couldn't go on the F-35 Joint Strike Fighter, which has a stealth capability. In order to have the stealth capability, the aircraft has to minimize its radar profile, so you can't have any extra laser cannons sticking off. Additionally, there's the problem of how it will be implemented. OE systems engineers love to evaluate risks, whether they're schedule, cost, technical, you name it. Some engineers have already been evaluating risks for this design. In fact, it was deemed too high risk to directly integrate the laser weapon into the aircraft's frame. Instead, a pod concept will likely be used. The idea is to start small and put this on fighter jets, but eventually scale it up to larger platforms such as the AC-130. Now, there is some prototype laser weaponry that's already been deployed, most notably on the USS Ponce, a converted amphibious assault vehicle. And there are some advantages to installing this weaponry on a naval platform. For example, it's larger, so you have more space to install. There's more size, weight, and power, or SWAP, because we engineers love our acronyms. And there's less vibration than there would be on an aircraft. Now, vibration can be a problem for multiple reasons. First of all, your equipment needs to be able to withstand that kind of vibration. Whether I was designing hardware in college or designing it for my current job, vibration requirements were a big deal, and we always have to shake test our equipment. Even if the hardware can withstand the vibrations, it puts a lot of wear and tear on the equipment very, very quickly. And another problem specifically for this implementation is that a laser has to be held very steady when aiming at a specific target, and vibration doesn't exactly make that easy. However, there is one big problem with the naval implementation, and that's the moisture in the air, which can make the laser weaker. If you go up near the atmosphere, up where the air is clear, there's not so much to inhibit the laser. Yeah, that's right, I threw in a Mary Poppins reference. What of it? So can a laser this powerful even be built? Well, it kind of already has. General Atomics' HELIZ laser is a 150 kilowatt class laser, and although it's ground-based, the candidate laser for the aircraft implementation will likely look something like that. So what exactly can you do with a 100 kilowatt laser weapon? Well, you can take down cruise missiles, drones, and even crewed aircraft at certain ranges. Engineers are even tossing around the consideration of using laser weaponry as a replacement for air-to-air missiles. And I'm not gonna let my inner geek get too excited, but there has been some thought of implementing it as space weaponry. Yes, that's right, space weaponry. I just have one phrase: X-Wings. I want them. Nope, I definitely cannot make it through a video without a Star Wars reference. I regret nothing. Moving on from the Star Wars universe to one of my other favorite fictional universes, the Harry Potter universe. A certain species of wasp has risen to fame after being named after one of the most terrifying creatures out of the Harry Potter novels. Meet Amulets Dementor, or the Dementor wasp, named after the terrifying soul-sucking guards of the Azkaban prison out of the Harry Potter novels. Unlike their namesakes, a Patronus charm will not stop them, or at least as far as we know, no one's trying. Discovered in the Mekong region last year by the World Wildlife Fund, along with 138 other new species of probably less terrifying things, these little winged terrors primarily prey on cockroaches. To catch their unfortunate prey, they inject venom into their bellies that blocks a neurotransmitter called Octopi. This basically turns them into passive zombies. Yes, another zombie reference. Come at me, bro. What it means to be a passive zombie is that they can still move, but they have completely lost control of their bodies. Once the venom has taken effect, these tiny terrors grab the cockroach by its antenna and drag it to safety, presumably at an evil, scary lair. And there they eat the cockroach. I never thought I'd feel sorry for a cockroach, but I kinda do right now. A natural history museum in Germany allowed 300 guests to vote on the name of the new wasp. It was between bicolor, lame, mon, lame, plagiator, slightly less lame, or Dementor, which, is anybody really surprised that the Harry Potter reference won? Anybody? No? Okay, didn't think so. So the question of the day this week is, say a Dementor wasp showed up on your front doorstep and you had to cast a Patronus charm to send that thing back to the fiery pits of hell from whence it came. What would your Patronus look like? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget, if you like all things science, or you just think that I have a really great personality, feel free to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I put out videos every Saturday talking about the latest and greatest in STEM news. If you want to check out any of the stories that I covered today, I will include links to my sources in the description down below, along with links to all of my social media, so you can check me out on my Tumblr, and my Twitter, and my Instagram, and all those other cool places. Just real quick, I want to take a moment to thank everybody that participated in the Thank You STEM Women hashtag this week. It was amazing. I can't thank you enough. It was just so cool to see such an outpouring of support and hear so many inspirational stories. So if you contributed, thank you so much. And if you haven't checked it out yet, I sincerely recommend you go see it. It really is inspiring. While you're on Twitter checking that out, don't forget, if you have any really cool STEM news stories that you find throughout the week, feel free to tweet them at me at StephBevs43 using the hashtag TWISTEM, and they just might wind up in next week's episode. So with that, that's all I have this week, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Best octopus impression, go. I'm not using that. A certain species of octopus. However, there is one big problem with the naval implementation. So, canalizer is. Oh, my voice just slipped. Just real quick, I want to take a moment to thank car shining light in my face. So close when I failed. Years of academy training wasted. If you don't get that, then you need to go watch Toy Story immediately. Educate yourself. I am all about those Disney movies today, man. Toy Story, Mary Poppins, let's go.